Bureau Executive Committee to vet coaches and also scout players for that period. I'm speaking about discipline. If I was not disciplined today, I don't think, and the reason why I stay all these years outside, I was not better than anyone. I remain submissive, I remain disciplined, I remain focused, I kept my feet on the ground. When I went Ghana, the team, we had some of our friends, I won't call their names. I'm frustrated today because the group that we had on the national team, some of us are supposed to play Nation Cup, but we were not privileged because of some of our friends. I won't name them today. Jean-Jacques been around, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But today, I'm happy that I got family in South Africa. I got a South African passport, I got a South African ID. I can travel from here to go to South Africa anytime. And I'm also part of the Liberia Executive Committee to vet coaches and also scout players for Liberia. I'm speaking about discipline. If I was not disciplined today, I don't think Mustafa Raji was going to call me a few days ago to travel all the way to Carisburg to scout under 15 players.
We agree that all money for this election should be paid. Mr. Anasi said that he had already deposited money in the account for the election. I asked me a question. You are not a candidate. How can you deposit money? You are not a candidate. You are not very clear qualified. He said that is the procedure of the Basketball Federation. 1 second. I want you to listen to me so that you can carry different stories before it succeeds at which one or two. I said, Mr. Anthony, this is troubling. You are not qualified. What if you are disqualified tomorrow? How can you get your money back? Say, I'm finished with the account, I'll get my money. I said, no. But this is troubling. Yes. But, okay, there's fun. But my point to you is, from Monday to today, you were not qualified. Who they yesterday you applied? How 1 week ago you deposited money into an account that you are not already a candidate? You must be a candidate, qualified candidate, before you deposit money. But we agree that going forward, nobody should deposit money in that account. All money should be paid to the commissioner. First, they have to work. Whatever is paid, they will account to the Basketball Federation. Whatever money they are used, the balance money will be turned over to the leadership of the Basketball Association. On Tuesday again, we had another meeting with the agreed stakeholders and I think the leadership to track out all these differences because they go 14 count documents. We went through that document to clear as to who qualified, what happened, what not happened. But at the end of the day, we were prepared to make sure that basketball can fit. So whatever demands were made, we'll call meeting to pass it out. Yesterday, we spent more than 7 hours at the point. We had our first goal. Meaning, right after the last meeting, I'll be called by our astute results. Very struggle. But when you do it early enough, that's first activity. Try on the 7 weeks. When the kids start playing basketball today, so we give up the title. We are right. The boys of the team, we didn't come out from the husband. We'll have sponsors in the crowd. So when that don't happen, we'll separate. We want to give it the days of his last chance before I call you. But then we call it.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Sports Talk on Truth 96.1 FM. We broadcast live to you from Dupuro, Pinzio. We want to say welcome to all of our listeners, those of you in Grand Bassa County, in Nimba, in Bombing, Grand Kitman County, Bon County. I want to say welcome to one of the most interesting sports program in Liberia. My name is Edwin Dolo. I'm here alongside Naomi in TAPPIA, and together we hope to bring you all of the latest development across sports activities here in Liberia. In our top development, former Liberia international captain Anthony Lanford blames some former teammates for Liberia failure to reach the Africa Cup of Nations in recent time. Victoria Pleasant, a club in Czech Republic, post Liberia international Samson Doyle on trial. If he's granted, he could play in the league alongside Oscar Dole. And Liberia Basketball Association Classic continues. We hope to speak with Youth and Sports Minister Zioga Wilson on the start of, we are told, the last meeting should be held this week to end the class in basketball. You listen to the vice president last week of the Basketball Association as well. So my name is Edwin Dolo. Like I said, let me now take this time to welcome Naomi Tapia to Sports Talk.
Thank you for welcoming me, and pleasant good morning to our listeners. And I'm excited to be seated in studio along with you discussing the latest in the water sports, as we have a lot going on in the water sports locally and internationally.
Yeah, so it's wonderful to be back on Sports Talk. Like we said, the Liberia Keyboard Federation also, we are told, have pledged their support to the re-election bid of President George Weah. Yesterday, the program took place in Monrovia. We hope to speak with the president of the Liberia Keyboard Federation, Mr. Emmanuel Surprise, we on the program this morning. I don't know what happened to my phone. My phone just shut down this morning. I don't know. So Naomi will contact him. To speak with Surprise Weah this morning to tell us the decision behind a whole federation. They are, as a matter of fact, the first federation or association to have done that pledging support.
That is what you will be waiting to comment publicly on this particular issue.
No, the fact that they did it publicly, it was live. I saw it on social media, and I know you'll be willing to speak to us on that. What led to the decision to pledge support to the chief patron of sports of the Republic of Liberia, to lots of development. We say lots of local transfer news. Naomi will read the local transfer news for us to see who are the players making moves in Liberia. Lots of development, heavy 11 and abandoned the top 10 alongside Pinzio making all of the moves as well. Other Liberian players have also been securing contracts abroad. We'll also give you details of that. We'll give you the European transfer details. And our talking point would be the basketball issue and the Timothy Weah expected moves to Juventus as well. We're going to talk about that. We'll also talk about Anthony Lanford and revelation that Liberia did not qualify to the Africa Cup of Nations because of some of his former teammates. He even said he witnessed who could be a veteran sports analyst will be there. He made a statement during the weekend last week when he was honored by USA veteran, an old-timer team in the Battersea area. So I want to know, some of you may have know what Lampard talking about. You're going to get your view as well on what do you make of his revelation that Liberia did not qualify because of some of the police. So Naomi will not start with you. Liberia also been placed in possess of the 2026 World Cup qualifier, the Africa category of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. We are in pot 5, not pot 6, but for pot 5. So the draw will be taking place on July 6th, on July 12th in Ivory Coast. We'll also give you details of that as well. But the 10 now over to Naomi Tapia.
Okay. All right, so recently we just start with this. Johnson parted ways with Swedish theater club Barcelona's. And that was reported by the Liberian Players Update rather. So they reported that about Sam Johnson. Well, the Czech First League club Victoria Pleasant has brought in Liberian international Samson Dwyer from MFK Vaskov for a tryout. So the 21-year-old central back will participate in Pleasant's preseason friendlies, and if he impresses his club, he will sign with the club. So last season, Victoria Planks finished third and qualified for the 2023 to 4 Europa League qualification round. So it's a very big news for our player Dwayne. and we wish him the best. Mark Paba featured for the first 45 minutes of FC Kopak's dramatic 2-all draw with Croatian club Dinamo Zagreb in a pre-season friendly on Thursday. So the Liberian right back joined the Slovenian club 2 weeks ago on a free transfer until the end of 2024-25 season. Then we have Ama Ayo Vacan. He has joined another Maltese Premier League club. We call that Maxalop FC following his departure from FC Sirens. So the Liberian midfielder, whose contract with Sirens expires this month, played 14 league games and one Maltese FA Cup game for FC Sirens last season before opting not to renew his contract. The Scottish Premier League club Leytonstone FC have signed Liberian international midfielder Mo Sangare on a 2-year deal from English League Two side Accrington Stanley with a 3-year option. And Liberian international female player Paulina Agbosu will play against Juventus women's football team in the UEFA Women's Champions League preliminary rounds on the 6th of September 2023 in Germany. So these are all beautiful developments. So Paulino plays for FC Oxypex in Kazakhstan, Europe, and helps the club gain qualifications for the Women's Champions League. Then we own goalkeeper Emmanuel Dina. This is a local stuff now. Yeah, local transfer. Emmanuel Dina officially joined Kingsway FC from B Mountain. So this is a very surprising news. Emmanuel Dina officially joined Kingsway FC. So the shotstopper who kept 14 clean sheets, and fortunately for him, he's one of he's the number one on Keita's 25-man list, especially for the goalkeepers. So the shotstopper who kept 14 clean sheets last season with B Mountain is now a member of Kingsway FC. We call Kingsway FC money spending Kingsway FC. So if a man can leave B Mountain, then you should know what's
a big deal.
Yeah. So newly promoted first division club Kingsway FC has signed defender Eugene Swain, who last played for B Mountain FC. So the newly promoted first division club Kingsway FC has signed defender Swain, who last played for B Mountain. So these are just some of the local happenings we are just getting you abreast with. Then let's come to CC United talisman Moses Mir. He has been granted a visa for a 2-week trial with FCM Traskisham in Austria. So according to the club, the player has been honing his skills and undergoing specialized training in Senegal since last month. And he's now ready to showcase his talent on international stage. And we wish him the best in the process. You are going to be representing your family, yourself, your country. So in the process of showcasing your talent at international level, we hope you keep in mind that you are not representing you yourself as individual, your family, your country. So Moses will be hailing. In fact, he has already left the country.
Yes.
So Black Man Warrior 2 signed Agustin Deyuga from Heaven 11. Agustin Deyuga from Heaven 11. So the Warriors, we are expecting them to officially announce the winger. They said they were going to do it in the coming weeks. So we are expecting the club to make this official announcement to the general public that yes, Deyuga is now our player.
Yes. So you can also announce the Keita listing, the 25-man listing. Do you have it there?
Okay, I have it there. So Coach Keita selected 25 players to prepare for the CHAN qualifiers. And the CHAN is a biannual African Association football tournament organized by the Confederation of African Football exclusively, featuring players from their national league competitions, national league competitions. Now we're talking about the first division, our local players who are based in here. So Coach Keita and his team, today is the 1st of July 2023. They are training now as we speak now, according to the information we gathered from the NFA. So he selected, let me start with the goalkeepers. Emmanuel Diene he's no longer with FCB Mountain of Kingsway FC. Then Ashley Williams, Leska FC. Derek Juru, Watanga FC. Now let's come to the defenders. He called Prince Nango of Kingsway FC. Then Henry Sakama of Watanga FC. Sebastian Tikla, Leska FC. Josh Walex, LPRC Oilers. Daniel Harris, Nima United. Arizona Curtis, Watanga FC. Darius Carr, Leska FC, Eugene Swing, FCB Mountain. Now, let's come to the midfielders. We just listed the defenders. Let's come to midfielders. Divantier, Nima FC, Yaya Berete, FCB Mountain, Sean Berry, Heaven 11, Abuko, Mighty Barrow, Sheikh Sisi, Watanga FC, and Fexeru Logan, Watanga FC. This is my favorite player. Then we come to Moses Kopo, Heaven 11, Edward Lennon, FCB Mountain, Ketu Jebo, FCB Mountain, Nongsh Abu Zor, Mighty Barrow, Maliki Kroman, Leska FC. Then we come to forwards. We're talking about strikers. Mark Pay, FCB Mountain, Christopher Jackson, Leska FC, Momo Blama, Tuni FC. So
Keita, part of that listing, Keita left. This will also chip in on that. Keita left out Sidiki Kroman, who is the current MVP, most valuable for University 11. He also left out the best defender, and Kemu Kamara. We also chip in onto that. So thanks for Naomi. We just been joined studio by Hawa Sion. Welcome to Sports Talk. Yes. Thank you so much. Later on,
she's an emerging
she will join the discussion as we open up for. Let also get you some European transfer and news that we told you earlier. But that we say Liberia has been placed in part 5 of the 2026 Walker draw, and for the Walker draw. So part 5, Liberia it includes. We are now ranked by the latest ranking. We are 148 in the world. 148. We are ranked at 148th spot, one of the least countries in world football. In Africa, we are 46. Africa, and there are 54 FIFA nation and member countries in Africa, 54. So out of that 54, Liberia is also ranked 46. So Sierra Leone, the likes of Sierra Leone are far above us in terms of ranking, and Sierra Leone is in part 4 of the group. Part 1 has all the top teams: Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, and Ivory Coast as well. These are the top teams. And part 2 we have Burkina. So we may likely be drawn with any of these teams: Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt, Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Ivory Coast. No matter what you do, one of these teams will be in your zone. So that's how it looks there for Liberia. The draw will take place on 2 of July, and we'll know how it looks there for us as a country. Is top. So our rankings dropped. The latest ranking is up. We have 148 in the world. But on the international scene, let's just give you some international transfer news just before we can go to our discussion. Real Madrid are vying to sign 23-year-old forward Dusan Vlahovic from Juventus on a 1-year loan with the intention of bringing in 24-year-old PSG attacker Kylian Mbappe the following summer. Well, that is the latest news from Italy. Chelsea have signed Senegal forward Nicolas Jackson on an 8-year contract from Villarreal. The 22-year-old scored 13 goals in 38 appearances for La Liga last season, including 9 in the final 8 league games. Well, the good news for Senegal as well. Another Senegalese goalkeeper Edouard Mendy has left Chelsea after 3 years to join Saudi Pro League Al Hilal. Mendy, 31, is the latest high-profile player to move to the country and followed former Blues teammates Kalidou Koulibaly and N'Golo Kanté, who left the club as well. So a lot of players leaving Chelsea. Luis Enrique will make bidding for Manchester City's Portugal winger Bernardo Silva, 28, his priority when he replaces Christopher Guitar as Paris Saint-Germain coach, and also been reported that he will be leaving PSG, and former Barcelona coach Luis Enrique will be taking over as Paris Saint-Germain coach. And he said when he's confirmed, he will take Bernardo Silva from Manchester City, the man who scored 2 goals against Real Madrid and trash in a 4-0 thrashing. Chelsea are approaching an agreement with Inter Milan over a permanent move for their Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku. 30. Lukaku is down 30 years even loan at Inter, so Chelsea want to make that deal permanent. West Ham hope to agree payment terms with Arsenal for the 105 million move for England midfielder Declan Rice, 24, by Monday. So we hope that West Ham and Arsenal can conclude the deal. Arsenal are making lots of transfers. Lots of good transfer. We'll also maybe at the closing stage of the program we'll take into that. Yeah, trying to beat for the coming Champions League.
I don't trust them.
Yeah, so they got Carl Havertz, and they want to bring on Declan Rice as well. So Arsenal are making waves in the transfer market. Roma coach Jose Mourinho is keen to sign Brazil midfielder Fred Tete from his former club Manchester United. Manchester United will have to sell before they can make a move for Inter Milan Cameroon goalkeeper Andre Onana, 27. David De Gea, we are told contract expired yesterday and he should be leaving Manchester United this summer. But negotiations are said to be going on between De Gea and Manchester United. So we hope to bring you all the other transfer news that you need to know. But there are lots of transfer going on now in Europe. And Barcelona taking free player. They're looking for free player around. They're passing them on looking for free player. It's not. I got some on news. They say Barcelona. The team is broke now. Oh, you didn't hear the news?
No, I didn't hear the news.
Barcelona closed down hotel vision station. Backup TV is no more. They closed it down. They said they were spending 12 million. They want to save that money.
No, that's not
so over 120 persons were made jobless.
Okay, listen, that's not a news. They probably want this money. 2 of us.
So they're looking for man who got free player. Man, you got plenty free player.
Go and donate to Chelsea. What it is actually.
Barcelona, they're looking for free player. Okay, but that is it. That must quickly.
Let me talk about my best Croatian player. Madrid signed a 1-year deal with
Real additional
Madrid. So he's still extension. He's still at Real Madrid until the summer of 2024.
Yeah, Madrid cannot let that man go. They know he's one of their best players in recent times. So now I mean, so they move to the statement made by because my phone, I don't know what, so I cannot contact.
Let's just discuss the goalkeeper Asatu Dole.
Yes.
Fight complaint against lead Morocco Football Academy CEO Sekou Manouba. That in fact this information came from Arabic Bleacher Sports. Anyways, she said in her complaint she said her salary she signed for $100 USD now monthly. But later there was a document that had a signature falsified. And then they said 5,000 is what she agreed to be getting monthly.
Even though she denied that.
To her knowledge, yeah. So falsification is a crime anyway. But she's saying that if they can give for the $5,000, she will still accept it. So they owing her. I hope the NFA will really do something about this other
yes, I'm told and Sekou Manouba and Georgia Manouba, the CEO of the Morocco Football Academy, responded to that, but we have not got. We hope to get a year from you as well. So we also want to say good morning to all of our followers live on Real TV and Truth FM on Facebook. You can follow us live. Those of you who have sufficient internet, you can follow. You also enjoy the program. It's a well-designed site for you to follow this morning. And those who also just impact our recognize our followers this morning on the show on Real TV. But this is what Anthony Lanford said. Now, I mean, I went for that program on Sunday at USA Veteran and honoring program, and during that program, USA Veteran also they honor a lot of people. They honor Wiaka Tre, and is the former chairman for Gatonsville Subcommittee. Honor his reign, there were lots of players that rose from Captain's User Committee to the land like the likes of Anthony Langford as well. All of them played there. Some of them played there. A lot of good players. In Captain's User during his time. But he's now ill. He's not still doing well. So they honor him as well as one of the best sports administrators for the decades. The Wiaka Tre as well. Many of who follow football in Captain's User, you know who Wiaka Tre is. One of the longest serving committee chairman in Captain's User. They also honor Abraham Kape. He used to play for Leicester. He also played for Neymar United. One of the best midfielders that Liberian football saw in decades that passed. And Abraham Kape, he's also ill. He cannot move. He's very ill. But at least thank God that he's still alive and still doing well. The illness has subsided, but again, not too physical to play football anymore. And Abraham Kape was also honored by USA veteran. The honor Anthony Langford, it was at his honoring statement and program that he made a statement. And I'll let you get opinion on what you think. Because Langford played for Liberia and he was part of the Lone Star team that settled to a 2-2 draw with Togo in 2016. 2015, qualifiers. You know, Liberia was just needed a draw, means a win to qualify to the Nation Cup. A win against Togo by that time were put up in a very clear position to become one of the best runners up.
Togo came from behind in the second half to score
two goals on up. William Jabo scored in that match for Liberia. A brilliant season kid. Some of you can still remember.
We were ahead too.
2 goals. We drew that match. Lampard was also part of the team when we settled, when we needed a draw away to DR Congo to qualify. And that game we lost 1-0, a clear mistake from Tia Dennis saw us and settling to a 1-0 defeat to DR Congo. That was on the reign of Thomas Kojo. We did not qualify as well. These are the 2 times we have come very close to qualifying until the recent time when we need to also beat South Africa. Yeah, we did not make it. And he said he still regret that, and he said he blamed some of his players, his colleagues. He said some of his colleagues were the reason why we did not qualify. This is a stunning revelation for Anthony Langford. Let's listen to it again and see why it is.
Some of our friends, I won't call their names, are frustrated today because the group that we have on the national team, some of us here are supposed to play Nation Cup, but we were not privileged because of some of our friends. I won't name them today. Jenja been around, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But today, I'm happy that I got family in South Africa. I got a South Africa. Some of our friends, on the team, we have some of our friends, I won't call their names, are frustrated today because the group that we have on the national team, some of us here are supposed to play Nation Cup, but we were not privileged because of some of our friends. I won't name them today. Jenja been around, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But today,
so let's do one more time.
We have some of our friends, I won't call their names.
So Lampard is there. He said some of us here are supposed to play Nations Cup. You know, he was encouraging young players that you need to be very disciplined. The reason why he spent over 18 years playing in South Africa for Jomo Cosmos, for Super Sport United, for Mamelodi Sundowns is because he was disciplined. He struggled to reach that level. He struggled to maintain his status at that level. But his dream was to have played in the Nation Cup. And he's still regretting why he did not play there. And he said some of his friends were the reason why Liberia did not qualify. What do you think, Naomi?
So for me, I don't know whether he knows that I did not play along with him on feet. I'm not a footballer, but I don't know whether he knows that the truth matters. So if he's saying his dream of playing in the Nations Cup did not become reality because of some of his friends, and he told the listening audience that he will refrain from calling names, and I don't know why. So this is a staggering revelation you are making. In the Liberia as a country has yearned for so long to participate in Nations Cup, World Cup, and in fact in the World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the whole world. So if you will come up to say some of your friends, you're exonerating yourself right there.
Yeah.
You did not say as a team, this is where we went wrong. or the government did not make enough fundings available for the team. But you are saying your friends, I mean, everything was available to you guys, but the reckless push of others is what led to your dream not becoming a reality. So I don't know why he is refraining from calling names of people who were responsible at that time for our failure as a country. So I won't believe him now. As far as I'm concerned, they are all responsible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lampard, what do you think?
For me, I believe in teamwork.
Mm.
So when one man scores, the entire team scores. So as a footballer coming out and shifting to another group of people that they were the cause, they did not reach this far, and certain thing happening. I don't see it relevant because they are team and they should work
as unit, but not qualifying our country at that moment, and him coming up to say something, I don't really see it fine. So see their lapses, and they should serve. They should be the one to motivate the young players who are dreaming to reach that far, and not to shame them.
Yeah. No.
As I was telling you about that 2015 game, Togo
Mm.
and Liberia, I was there live. I watched the game for myself. Not, I was not even seated among spectators, but I was, amongst the journalists. We were in the vehicle because Abraham Will did a live coverage of the tournament. He did commentary. So we were with him. I saw everything clearly. We had, opportunity of defeating Togo and then qualifying. They and all screwed everything up. So I don't know why he would be there blaming others when he himself, who was on the pitch at that time, let asking this question: what really was your impact? Did you do extremely well? What really went wrong? It said that the midfielders did not hold the game. They didn't distribute the ball. They didn't really do well in the midfield. Are we going to blame the defenders? So they should all take responsibility for our failure. So to say some of our friends, he should be able to call names and give genuine just a justification why the friends are the ones responsible, but he is not responsible for his failure to reach that far.
Yes, I think these are good points from two of you. But what I think, now, prior to that game, a lot of things happened. Yes, we saw what happened to Nathaniel Sherman today prior to that game against Tunisia, where he sustained an injury that led him to resign or retire from football. Before that Togo match, there a lot of things happened. At that time, James Diba was head coach of the national team. During that match, Zach Kringa passport was left out from the hotel at the hotel. Kringa should have been one of the key players in that match. He did not play. We were told that his passport left behind. But again, what I think from what Lanford said, normally we blame government, we blame the sports administrator for the country's failure to participate. Lanford is just telling us here that the few times that we have come very close to qualifying to the Nation Cup has all been the failure of the players. Because he has been a part, even of late, the game against South Africa, Lanford was a part. Indirectly, he was not a player, but he was part of that technical setup.
Yeah.
He traveled with the team to South Africa. So if men of that caliber can make such a revelation, it means the players probably they may have had, some of them have had, because that there can be inner fight among themselves. Yes, probably there were a lot of things that went on there. So while it's true that he should also take blame for so many things that happened, we also know that most of the time, or the few times that we have failed to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations has been as a result of some of the players on the national team, according to Anthony Lanford.
Okay, so
because Liberians have been yearning since we qualified for 2002 Nations Cup in Mali.
Yeah.
It's almost 2 decades now.
Yeah. So why he needs platform like this or any other one to sit and explain vividly to the Liberian people who are his friends. I come up with some genuine reasons you feel that your friends should be blamed, but not you. That's what I'm saying. I hope you're getting my point.
No, I'm getting your point.
Okay, we were not there. As I said, I'm not a player, you are not. Yeah, we journalists will just go and watch them on stage when they are playing. Fine. So if something happens behind the scene, you come, you tell the general public, this is how will we be able to work on our lives as countries. So I mean, in order for us to make progress. And you are even saying, I won't mention their names. That's why he told his listening audience.
Yeah. He said you will not mention him. But it's obvious, when people, how?
So you talk about
Yeah, enough fight.
Yeah.
I think this is not about individual. This is about a country that you are representing. So if a players or enough fights between players, they should put it aside and focus on what they can give to the country.
Yeah.
So like Naomi, it's prudent that he can come on platform like this and make it more explicit so the public can know what the problem is and how can we mitigate things to get ourselves where we want to go. We're not about you going in the public and blaming one person. So if you come out and say some of our friends, you are keeping pointing out.
Yes.
So what your friends did? So we are in the doubt, and I think that is not fine for Liberia.
Yes, that is not fine for Liberia. So like I was just saying that we should not, to our listeners, we should not only be blaming administrators. We should not say even sport ministry. I listened to the president when he went to the NFL dedication. He said, we try our best. We provided for what the players needed for the recent game against South Africa. He said, I promised 50,000 and we brought the 50,000. And he even went back during those days. He said, when we were playing, we didn't receive similar offer. So the president don't come and say, we'll do this for you when you win this game. If we don't win, should we blame the president for it? Not necessarily that the government, we should blame them. Lampard is telling us we should also be blaming them, players. The players should also be blamed for the failure that we have had over the time. Yeah, as a country, our players are not having that. They don't have that mind to play because now I mean you saw the game against South Africa. We came very close. Just a win. Having drawn 2-2 away to South Africa, we came here a win who just take us through, who have just taken us to the nation cup, right? To Africa. So Africa, West Morocco, we ride our motor back to go there and come back. Yeah. That did not happen. We qualified because we settled to a 2-1 defeat. Yeah. So yeah, Lampard should also come out to further explain himself because you are a figure, public figure. When you make statement, people interpret several ways. Yeah, that statement that he made, he needs to further explain it to say what he meant by that. Yeah, if need be, call those names, cite instances that we can look at and say, yes, cite instances that you can remember during the Togo game. But one instance I can remember was that Zach Kwinger situation. What happened when we saw James Ziba sitting in the chair saying he was sick? Yeah, as head coach, he said he was sick. He went to hospital that night, a night before the game. Told him he was not well. He came. He was sick for that match, and we lost that golden opportunity to have qualified at the Bio School, and we settled to a 2-2 draw. And Thomas Kojo Ira again, we came very close. Ansu Keita of late, very, very one of the brightest chances we have had as a nation to qualify for the 10th Africa Cup of Nations. We lost that as well. So we'll be hearing from you, our listeners as well. What do you think? What do you think? What do you believe what Anthony Lampard said? Should he be made to further explain himself? To further give out more reason because his statement is the fact that he did not call name. I mean, we need to further explain. He needs to cite some instances that know the facts beyond the statement. He may not call name, yeah, but you need to cite instances to say you can look at this. Maybe there were fight among them. Some people could not speak to each other. We don't know. All of these things can usually happen during things when players gather. So Lampard need to explain himself. Now, I mean, like we said, let's move quickly to the basketball and classic. Yeah, sorry that we cannot get to the minister because, like I said, I'm having technical issue this morning. Yeah, the minister promised to join us. He's in a program. We are sending him a link to join us via the internet, but he's attending a program, he will
So
not be able to go to on the internet live to talk.
There will be a meeting on the 6th instead of 7th of July, as was communicated to others who were invited to attend the meeting. And the meeting will be held at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So, and you listen to what the other time we hosted, he said, if this meeting does not produce any fruitful outcome, the administration is willing to just let it go for Amazon's administration to take over and run basketball in the country.
Yeah.
That's what he said here the other time on this platform. But I really hope there will be an amicable resolution to this particular crisis that had lingered for so long. For so long, it is actually decimating the future of basketball as athletes in the country. It is very, very serious, extremely serious. I really hope that other people will put aside what we call egotism for the sake of these athletes.
Yeah, so let me just ask you that question, because you have been fortunate to have attended most of the meetings in these crisis resolution meetings. What do you see among the stakeholders, the Anderson group and the Samoka group? Do you see willingness in these people to solve the issue?
I'm not seeing. I haven't seen it. I have never seen that. Besides the statement made by their vice president for administration, Porter, that okay, we will be waiting, but he has not. Such thing has not been okay for
from
Porter,
both sides.
For Porter, he has been saying, I'm willing to resign my post. For Jake to serve, I can talk for Porter. Yeah. He said it to admit, but
during the meeting,
that serious willingness on the part of both parties to let this go for the sake of the athletes, I have not seen it, and I actually hope that we will see it.
Yeah,
this coming meeting that will be here on the 6th of July. I actually
normally do we have official from the Olympics committee in the meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
The other time Philip Brown was there. Others were there. Kofi Woods did not attend because he was out of country.
Okay.
But I think he will be there for this other the 6th of July meeting that has been scheduled by the minister. So as I was saying, I really hope they will put aside that and remember that putting the interests of others ahead of yours is actually important in life.
Yes.
Making difference in the lives of others is actually very important than just getting ahead yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they need to see reason to have this whole thing settled by all means.
You as a FIBA executive, normally you attend the FIFA executive and FIBA Zone 3 meeting. What do you say to them? What do they also say? Do they ask you about the start of basketball? Do they ask you about how the conflict people are fighting on the subject?
Yes, and I've been sending emails, talking with the president. I've been communicating with others, the secretary general. In fact, it is embarrassing to the extent that when you are attending the meeting, you are not allowed to attend in your capacity as Liberia's representative or as an individual serving at the level of FIBA.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how embarrassing the entire situation is. So when you say Liberia, they will say, no, you should call your name and call your position as media council here for Zone 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think there are
a lot of opportunities that come. There's no way for me to bid. If we never had this situation hanging over our heads, then by now we are even hosting some of these tournaments that Zone 3, other countries.
We're seeing the Honor 16 recently in Ghana. Yeah, the Honor 15.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to bid for that Honor 16 talking about it. They said no, the country is banned. And FIBA is providing money for the competitions we're talking about. So this is how serious this whole issue is. This is how very serious it is. I have been trying my very best, and I was surprised that the last meeting we held, the Zone 3 board agreed that somebody be sent to come and assess, because that is exactly what I advocated for. I want to remain neutral.
Yeah.
Because FIBA as an institution, neutrality is what we are very, very careful to observe whenever we are doing every other thing. The only time FIBA will come in to intervene is when they observe government's interference.
Okay.
Yeah, which is then at that point you will be acting in contravention of their standing rules.
Okay.
Then their word will come in and to intervene. Yeah. So I told them for somebody to come on board because remember at the time Anderson was there as the president. That's the time I was nominated to serve on that board.
Yeah.
And I was endorsed unanimously by the board during their Congress in Benin. So they agreed, but I don't know what went wrong. At the end of the day, I didn't see anybody coming. I've been trying to reach to Sam. I'm not getting Sam at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's bad for basketball. Like you said, I understand. This class is also impeding your work
Yeah,
as
fine,
as
yeah.
as head of FIBA Zone 3.
Yeah.
Not being able to
Media council,
media
yeah,
council as well. I know it's impeding your work. But we hope that that Mr. Emmanuel Potter said that the current leadership headed by Mr. Abraham Samuka is now ready. They are prepared to resolve the issue. They are willing now. If the last meeting that is expected on the 6th of this month, no, July, doesn't hold, they will step aside as incumbent, even though their tenure is due to expire. They were elected in 2019 December. We expect their tenure to expire this year as current leadership. So they said they are willing to. We just hope that they can solve the issue. No, basketball. Sometimes you follow in other countries around us here, in Nigeria. So I'm really jealous of that country. Under 16, they are in rugby, they are in basketball, they're in almost all other sports. The young people are being provided opportunity to empower themselves. I normally say all the young people in this country will not be politicians. We all will not be politicians. But people just want for people to be saying, I will say in this country. Politics is not the only way. But the country has been made such that you have to become politician as a young person before you can survive, before you can earn something for yourself. What our neighboring countries are providing means for young people to get resources to earn something for themselves. We are only providing political means for them. Sports is one of the means through which we can empower most of the young people here. And basketball is one of the leading sports. Imagine it will have under 15 basketball team. It will have under 20, under 17, under 23, and national team. You know how many young basketballers will benefit one way or the other? But we don't want to create the means. People are fighting over nothing, little or nothing. We don't want to create avenue for the sport. And we hope that the two parties, when they go for the last meeting, they can see reason. For too long, basketball has been classic. We don't see our team traveling. See the guys that struggle with Barrow, 2 successive championships. They cannot travel. They cannot have any experience outside there because the basketball is in classic.
The league is
yet
to start
I found the last edition, the one that part on the tenant in Benin. It can be so unique, well organized. See live television, people following it. While other countries are doing so well with sports, we are saying you're joking. It's too bad. Too bad. Now, I mean, so just before we can go to the line, let me recognize our follower this morning on Real TV. We have Nuki Fazari. We want to say thank you for following us this morning. Stephen Fala, thank you. Emmett Hammer, as usual, follow us live on Real TV. Thank you for following us this morning. Pan Africanist Isaac, thank you so much. Tumete Wea, thank you. And thank you for following us. We have Solomon Howard, thank you for following us this morning. Joe's Bobby Nunu Dennis, thank you so much. You are from Ominga community then in District Number 4. Joe Bassi Nunu Dennis, so say KK as well is also following us. We have Patrick Morba is following us live. Patrick Morba follow us live. Thank you so much. Solomon Jahabet, thank you so much. Kingsford Bar, thank you for following us this morning. We have James Washington. James Washington is also following us live. So as the program goes on, Naomi will announce the number. So like we said, we'll have a lot of discussion this morning. You can talk about Keita listing, the 25-man listing, for the national team.
Okay, so if you just tuning in, this is supposed to be on Trufen. My name is Naomi Tappia. I'm here with Edwin Bob Dodo. We have Hawa Sion in studio as well with us. You can call us on 0776 103 117. 0776 103 117. You can comment on any of the developments that we have highlighted here today on Sports Talk. Let's get started with this caller. Good morning. You live. Go ahead. Be very brief, please. Right.
The issue of what Lapo was saying, he was right. At times we see the country is giving money to the national team, but the national team are not, provided pay for their man.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's get to another person. Thank you. Please drop the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
You live. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Now this is Islamic Kamara. I'm calling for New Jersey.
Go ahead.
Well, keep on second now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to say thanks to you guys for the discussion with my concern is related to basketball. I hope the two leadership concern will see reason to resolve this problem so basketball can move to another level. As my special concern is like the referees.
Yes.
The basketball referee are so old guys. I think it's time for a leadership to kind so they can recruit young people.
Okay,
to follow the good step forward.
All right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lamin. Let's get to this other caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
My name is Buster Chu. I'm calling from Georgia. I think Lapo have given an opinion to the public. And this is something that has been happening to our country over the period. And so I think the whole generation of Lapo, they need to stay away from our national team. I want to recommend this to Coach Keita. All of them, with the exception of William Jebo, the rest of them should stay away from our national team so that they cannot spoil the new players that Coach Keita brings up.
Okay, thank you.
That's my recommendation.
All right. Thank you for calling. 0776-103-117. That's the number to call us on
Yes.
this morning. You can call us and be part of
And
the
be part of the show as well.
And-
So I want to say congratulations to Samson Dwell. We hope that he can fight. Normally we say
This person is calling us here for you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're telling you. That's why I want to find out, Jim, we have been sorry on Juventus.
no record that he has been signed, but he's supposed to do his medical yesterday. We are not seeing any latest development on his medical, but he's set to join Juventus.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. 0776-103-117. That's the number to call us on this morning.
Yes.
So we're talking about the issue of Kemo Kamara.
Yeah.
Left.
Kemon Kamara
And the
and
MVP.
I don't know why and Keita and left out.
So let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Naomi and Edwin.
Yeah, you live.
I'm Howard here, former basketball referee and coach.
Wow, thank you.
My suggestion from the outcome of the past meeting within the Basketball Federation, I doubt it that Mr. Rufa Anderson will agree to leave. So I'm suggesting the 3 months that he requested for, let it be given to him to rerun the election for basketball to move forward.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hear from this other person. Thank you. So just through the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You live.
Yeah, this is Stanley F. Donald and I speak from Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like my friend was telling you that sport is playing a major role in countries, which is very important. But our sporting sector in this country has been overlooked and been let down. And I want to focus on football. We have other sports in the country that can bring young people as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but no attention to other sports when football. So
Okay.
it's very disappointing.
Thank you. Let's hear from this other person calling this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Naomi.
You live.
Good morning, Edwin.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, thank you for the discussion this morning. I'm Rufus calling from Tony Street.
Okay, go ahead.
This thing Anthony Lapo made a big supporter in my bad feeling. Oh, I can't do your job. But the caller I say, bring Anthony take a minister to us. I think the best way to do the big satisfied.
Okay.
But when I play, we'll be happy to go to see them play.
Okay.
But after the statement, you can meet with the
Thank you. Okay, let's hear from this other person too. Thank you. So just drop a line. Good morning.
Good morning.
You live. Go ahead.
Thank you, Sir Naomi Tappia. My name is Emmanuel Smith, and I joined the conversation from Climate Market Tacoma. Let me just thank you guys for the platform. So I'm going to correction all my things as a friend. And to go back and start
You in North place, so
Who's that? Who's score? Thank you.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
I don't know what his background so not say like this.
Yeah.
Let's hear from this other person.
I monitor, he listen to the radio. Yeah.
Okay, he may be car. Good morning.
Good morning, Naomi.
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
So this is a big killing I'm calling from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think the action of Coach Keita is from hungry to the 144.
Which
You cannot
action?
have the best player in the league, and he's not on the national team.
MVP.
Yeah, and he's not part of the national team. It's a disgrace.
And one of your best defenders.
Yeah, it's a hungry to the football. So I don't know. Coach Keita, you have a serious problem. You cannot have the best player in the Grand League. Why they got me for all the more for trial? The first thing you looking at why he's for the national team.
Okay, thank you.
And he's not a foreign coach. The best of the foreign coach. The foreign coach, you see, yeah, because he was the foreign coach. All the players, he pushes almost all of them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 07761031117 is the number to call. I don't know. Maybe he has his.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason why probably
the MVP was left out.
But I saw his statement. He said, when you work hard and you don't get the kind of support you get, it's sometimes some discouraging. And Sidiki Kuman, he's not a bad player. He's one of the best, but probably the head coach is the head coach.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants. So whatever happens, that's why normally normally that why the blames usually goes to the coach, because you make the selection. You knows what you want. You know what you want. So when it doesn't work for the country, you have to take the blame, and that's exactly what Keita is.
And each time Kemo is left out, he will comment. He will make comment. Express dissatisfaction over this particular issue of his being left out.
Yes.
Anyways, we can question the coach, as you rightly said. He knows his job. That's why he was given this particular huge task.
So while we are waiting the last call, they just close the deal with the European transfers window, and quickly just before we can go. However, and also follow football. She's a fan of Barcelona, right?
No, Barca. Okay.
She's a fan of Barcelona, and Barcelona not much in contract. But let's look at Arsenal. The kind of investment that Arsenal is making now with the arrival of Kai Havertz. Do you think it puts them in a position to compete for the Premier League title, having served as security last season for the table, and just turn it over to Manchester City? Do you think Arsenal can put up a fight this season, the coming season, with the new investment that they just made with the addition of Kai Havertz to that team?
The question
for you, maybe you and Hawa. Anybody can chip in.
Oh, Hawa, yeah, come. I'm trying to do something. How are you going?
Okay, so I just see it as their own way of getting value, because we saw what they did last season, but it did not help. So see what happens.
Yes.
So if they really get worried about what they did here, it happen with hard, it doesn't mean that we are going to take the Premier League one night. We know what happens.
Yeah, so for me, I think with the arrival of Havertz, with Kai Havertz and Declan Rice set to join them, it will be a good deal for them, for Arsenal, because last season we saw a compacted team and they came very close to clinching the Premiership. That did not happen, but with additional players, quality players as well, you can go all out and clinch the trophy. Like you said, it depends on how they need to work harder, because Manchester City we see. Even though they sold a captain, Ake Gulegan, so they also brought in Kovacic from Chelsea. Kovacic joined them, and so it's a top team. United as well, trying to sign Liverpool, also making a move in the transfer window. Again, it's tough, but Arsenal are the team that are making headways with the transfer market, and buying two good players. And Declan Rice very close to joining them, very very close. Too much talking about Tumite we are like we said making a 12 million move to is in Juventus, following the footsteps of his father, who also left Paris Saint-Germain and went to AC Milan on a 6 million deal. Now his son is moving from Lille to to Juventus for 12 million. It's also a good deal for them. The only thing is he plays for the United States of America, while Tumete and his father plays for Liberia. So that's the difference that's there. So I want to say thank you so much for following us this morning on Sports Talk. Those of you, our listeners, we will be back here next Saturday with the rest of the development, especially on basketball. We will not rest until we see basketball issue coming to an end and the conflict being resolved between Liberia basketball stakeholders and River Anderson on the one hand, Abraham Samuka and Emmanuel Porter and the rest of the crew on the other hand. They have said they are willing to step aside if no results confirmed. Positive result come from last meeting. We are not also. My name is Edwin Dolo. I have been here alongside NAOMI TAPPIA and our intern broadcaster, Howard Sion. Until next Saturday, we say thank you so much for joining us this morning.